I wanted to share another example of the NMT speech and language technique DSLM, or Developmental Speech and Language Training through Music. As referenced in a previous video introducing this technique, this is one of the functional techniques we use in neurologic music therapy to support developmental communication goals such as increasing receptive and expressive language. Vocabulary development is one area we commonly support some of our paediatric clients with, so I'd like to share a short example with you now. My client is a 6-year-old boy with quadriplegic cerebral palsy. He is non-speaking and presents at level 4 on the Communication Functional Classification Scale. This means that he has some inconsistent communication with familiar people like his support workers and family members. For him, this is achieved non-verbally through responses like eye contact, facial expression, vocalization, and reaching. Over the last 12 months, we have been developing his use of AAC through equipment like the step-by-step button, recording single or consecutive messages for him to activate at set times using a smoothie switch positioned accessibly for him within musical tasks. His school shared that their term topic was People Who Help Us, which included introducing him to a range of job professions. This gave me a perfect opportunity to help reinforce the language using DSLM, following an informal assessment of his baseline understanding of these words and PECs. The first job I chose for us to target was police. To help him form the lyrics, I began with a word map. Word maps are a visual tool used to support semantic and phonological processing by breaking down a target word into features such as category, function, attributes, and associated sounds or syllables. One visual way you can do this is to categorize the phonological information as red. Red is for what is said, and semantic as green. Green is for what it means. So I considered those components I just mentioned there: starting letter, syllables, rhyme, and all the associations with the word police. So thinking about, for example, the police siren, things like their uniform and the colour, the blue flashing light, police car, responding to emergencies, etc. And this helped me flesh out some lyrics focused on supporting his understanding. When it came to designing the music, I considered the functional properties of music and how they could be harnessed and drive therapeutic change, and selected things like melody, pitch and tonality, rhythm, tempo and dynamics, seeking to really intentionally support with things like word retrieval, use pitch glides to imitate a siren, and use some minor chords to reflect a more serious tone with a strong rhythmic beat to imitate a march-like feel. I also sought to reflect the natural speech prosody and speed and help accentuate police through dynamics and where this word was placed and reinforced harmonically too. Additional to thinking about lyrics in the music, the use of props also felt especially important to injecting some humour and supporting his engagement and understanding too. Let's take a listen. They wear a hat and badge and they dress all in black. Run fast to scenes of crimes, their shoes go clack, clack, clack. They drive in a car with a light that flashes blue. They help keep people safe, including me and you. When the alarm sounds, it means they're on their way, responding to emergencies or criminals getting away. A 2-syllable job and the second rhymes with peace. Starting letter P, who is it? It's the police. P-O-L-I-C-E. The police protect the public, and that means you and me. P-O-L-I-C-E. The police protect the public, and that means you and me. You would have noticed me doing some Makaton there too, to help reinforce some vocabulary further. And after introducing the song to him, I looked at recording the word police into his switch button for him to activate at different times using a live version of the song. So essentially teaching him with the recording, having fun and being playful, and then really working on him being able to use that word at the correct time before we began to then look at things like functional transfer. For example, looking at books and extracts from TV programmes to give him opportunities to identify when he could see police, etc. Looking at that carryover into every day. I hope you enjoyed this example of DSLM. To find out more how we support our paediatric and adult clients, or to make a referral, visit our website.